Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Julie, and we're with Zentologist.com.
Super.
So we're on number 10, and if you're just joining us, you really need to go back and find 1 through 9, because you're going to really feel lost if you just started number 10. And I'll give you a brief overview of what we've covered so far. I'm very fast-paced here. The first one was sacred pace, in other words, slowing down. The second one was grounding and being and living in your body. The third one is being in the present moment, which is critical to be present with others, especially. Clarity is number 4. Being open to innovation and being creative is number 5. Number 6, we covered emergence of the true you, and this is actually where I kind of noticed the languaging really starts shifting from the mind from the heart as we go into the last few 6 of the actual modules. Number 7 is being mysterious. Number 8 is freedom from breaking from the norm and freedom from the expected. Number 9 is spaces between spaces, and that brings us to number 10, and that is be bold and consciously choosing. So Tim, did you want to start with that, or?
Tim, you do.
All right, so to be bold and consciously choosing, obviously it's to consciously choose is the first step in that, and it's really requires you to be tapped in to know what's yours and what is overflow from what's been projected on you and developed through different patterns and belief systems. So when you're in that inner space and inner core essence of who you are, you can really tap into the awareness doorways to open new choices for yourself every day. So you need to be really clear and bold in discerning what's yours and what is not is the first step. Once you can move and really start feeling, it's going to actually be a feeling. You're going to be able to tell what's yours and what's not. You're going to get that inner knowing and confidence from within yourself. And then you're going to be able to choose what really is true and step into those opportunities that show themselves. And you do that with a lot more excitement, a lot more vigor, because you're starting to feel successes from being in your true self, being in your intuition. And that then attracts a ton more opportunities for you to choose from, which is really kind of a fascinating process. So this allows you to move beyond your fear and get into being in that paralyzed state, move you beyond paralyzing and stopping yourself and hesitating, and then the opportunity just went right on by you. So it's the full processes that we take you through the Zen Integration Core Program helps break down all the old stuff so you can start experiencing this lightness that comes from living in your heart and being able to be really true to your conscious choosing to your highest level.
So, thanks for teeing it up. I was just the reason I was struggling with just talking just about this one is because, in my mind, what we talked about previously directly supports this one. You know, if you remember in the last video, we talked about the spaces between the spaces, and I think it's, to me, going into the place where you can establish the groundwork to be able to find the quiet time, find the space, find the moment inside the minutes. So the space between the minutes, space between the heartbeats, whatever that rhythm is for you. In that space, you find what is true to yourself, and that's when you find what is most resonant with your path and your journey in this lifetime. And it's through that clarity that it allows you to then go into the next piece, which is really being conscious and picking and being bold, and being, the key word there is being conscious, because a lot of people make decisions that are just rote. It's because their family made the decisions or whatever. Hopefully, as you will experience, and if you have experienced this with us in the workshops, you get to the level number 9, and it's really a different place. It's not just about, well, I'm going to decide to do something. This is really about making conscious decisions, and the word consciousness is not just about your brain decides. It's really your heart deciding, and that's what we established in the previous section, which is really about being conscious and being prepared to go into new spaces that your heart's going to take you. And it is really about the choices. It's making a choice, because you come out of that space, and if you saw my video from the previous version, I talk about when you come out of that space of in between the moments, the minutes, and you have that feeling, you feel limitless, you feel no boundaries, you feel no fear. That is your heart speaking, and that is your true purpose, and that's what you need to listen to. In implementing that, this is that first step. It's about making that conscious choice that you're not going to go back into the fears. You're not going to go back into well, my brain's talking to me and all the reasons why something's going to be scary to do that, or I'm not going to be able to do this. So to me, the word conscious, being bold, is really about taking that first step and taking that re-step. Maybe a re-step for you. But being bold and learn from where your heart's positioning you to say, look, avoid these problems, go where your soul and your heart journey is, and then be conscious about making and acting on that and choosing. And this is your choice. It is your free will to do these things. So that's kind of why I was a little struggling about just jumping right into the word consciousness. It's because really these two pieces, as we said before, all these modalities support each other. So that's what I had to share on that one.
Okay, awesome. So I think that pretty much is pretty clear. Consciously, clearly choosing. And then know that you're not, don't get caught up that you're making a change. Stay really focused that you are making conscious choices and this is where you want to go. Because the mind is going to put up an alert along the path that says you're making a big change.
Scary land. Protect.
That's when the fears come in. And thanks for the illustration, Jeff. And so, you got a little right. And so anyways, yeah, so it's just really being in your awareness. And so when we say making conscious choices, is to also know that will trigger your mind on some levels. And we love the mind and for everything that it does, and we love it to play with us in tandem versus against us. So it's a journey with that process also. So
I just something that I feel needs to come out. This choice is not just about your heart driving. Your heart is going to set the pace and it's going to set the direction. Your brain is going to do the implementation. Mm-hmm. It's really important that this is not about just going out of your brain. This is really about letting your heart lead with your heart. And that's going to be the conscious choice that you're going to let your heart speak for you. The brain is there. The brain will come along. You've got to enable your brain to feel comfortable that these choices are in the moment. Don't worry about all the possible inventories of mistakes you've made in the past, all the things that the brain's going to want to protect you with, and be the scary places that you experienced, but then that is going to be your brain executing in alignment to support your heart. And I thought that was really relevant that we make sure we cover that, because the important thing in this thing, heart, mind, body, spirit, is not that you're just heart-centered. It's heart drives and leads. You start with the heart. The brain is a support mechanism that will be there. It's not the brain leading, because the brain lies to you a lot. And rationalize.
It defaults. So its intention is to help you, but it doesn't just doesn't really work that way.
It worked really well in the Serengetis when people were going to get eaten up by animals. The brain is really good about in the gut about fear and flight, and making sure that you can rationalize not doing that thing again. So
right. It's good. Are we good?
We're good. Thanks a lot. And please make some comments on the video, whichever platform you found us on. Please make some comments, because this is really for you, and we want to make sure we maximize our time to bring out the best of what we have to offer with the best of what you bring to the table. This is not just about our journey, it's really about your message to the world and how it's going to be relevant. Will come out in our subsequent videos and the workshops that we'll do to support you.
Mm-hmm. So what's the number one biggest struggle that you have with being very clear and making conscious choosing? What are the blocks? What are the overlays of life experience that's stopping you from feeling that you're really tapped into that level? And we look forward to all those messages, and then we will be starting again with Compassion Makes Way. Compassion is our next topic, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Till then, this is Tim and Julie from Zentologist.com.